Hello, welcome. Sorry, hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. My name is Cindy. So it's Thursday, the 16th of June. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, which I hope you had a chance to watch, I want to take a look at the question about, saving democracy and can it be saved? And I'll tell you why. I mean, not only is it an important topic, and I actually think I did a reading on this not that long ago, but I received an email from a lovely lady named Rita. And this is what she said. Hope you are well. I'm hanging in there. Thank you. Sure seems like the whole world is in a mess lately, and I appreciate all of your readings on YouTube. Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate you for being here. However, based on the news in general, and owning to what I personally know about astrology and watching astrologers' videos on the subject, please understand I know nothing about astrology. But she's not asking me to. I'm wondering if you can ask your spirit guides if democracy in the USA or in the world will survive, or if the time has come when the universe wants to kill it. Tarot or pendulum, your choice. So, and she said I didn't do respond if I was busy, and thank you very much. But it's definitely a question worth responding to. So here we go. Now, for those of you who might be new to this channel, and by the way, welcome to new subscribers. I so appreciate you being here. My readings even though I use tarot cards, my readings really do tend to be channeled more intuitively than an actual literal reading of the card. So I'm going to use my tarot cards, but I think that overall you'll probably notice that a lot of this really is sort of more channeled information, because I think if you're asking if the universe is sort of like literally done with us as a civilization, I want that information coming to me from sort of a higher power. But let's start with the cards, and then we'll see what comes through. Okay, so. I guess the question is democracy, in the United States going to survive? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Come on down. Rita and I have a question. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Survival, U.S. democracy, survival, U.S. democracy, survival, U.S. democracy. All right, so I guess the cards do have a bit of a message for us. These are the two that stayed on the bottom because they wanted to be on, noticed. You have Justice and you have the Ten of Cups. So, what those cards are basically saying is that there will be a return. No, that's not accurate. It's not a return. It is a new beginning. It is creating a way to go forward that is more inclusive, that is more happy, that brings sort of that sense of connectedness and contentment and peace to more and more people, so that all people have the opportunity to experience that Ten of Cups feeling, which is reward, it is success, it is love, it is security. And Justice is playing and is going to play and continue to play a very significant role in making that all come together. So one of the things that you all have to remember is, okay, so this hearing is giving us information, right? And so, that information is going to one way or another, end up with the Department of Justice. Fine. Listen, people keep asking, is the Department of Justice going to do anything? Merrick Garland said he's watching every minute of it, and so is his J6 prosecutors. Well, what is that they're telling us? He already has those prosecutors in place. They're already investigating, and he made perfectly clear that they're all watching it too. They don't need to send something to him. They're sending it to him via the television. Having said that, where there is really going to be a strengthening of democracy is when there are laws enacted that make certain weaknesses in the guardrail that protects those sort of weaknesses that have been discovered over the last 5 years. Well, in order to do that, you need a very, very strong House and Senate being, led by the Democrats, because the Republicans are not going to enact protection if the loopholes or the weaknesses give them power, frankly, and power that really they were never intended to have and never should have tried to reach for, except that not only the Republicans in their own way reached for it, but then Donald Trump put the icing on, and the cherry on top of the cake and said, go for it. And you can be blatant. Don't try to cover it up. It's okay. Okay. So in order for justice to truly win, it's not enough that the Justice Department goes after these people. It's equally and more important that the government does something to continue or to enact stronger protection against those who would seek to destroy democracy. Let's get started, shall we? Yeah, one of the things that's happened is, you found out just sort of how powerful being a bully can be. And that was a big part of what sort of threw a lot of people off of their stride over the last years, is because nobody expected anybody to be that blatant. But boy, oh boy, they sure proved that they could be. As more and more stuff comes out, there is going to be, if people do not look away from that which is hard to look at, that which is disappointing, there will come a balance. The country will find temperance. Is everything going to be fixed? No, because you know what? Not only are people going individually and collectively going through a continual evolution, but so are our institutions, right? So are our civilizations. So is the world. And so not everything gets fixed and then becomes stagnant. It doesn't. There's a continual evolution. But if those who are in the light continue to strive to brighten and enhance and enlarge the light, there will come a time of temperance where there is a better balance now between the left and the right, between opposing viewpoints. This sort of whole, if you don't think what I think, I'm just going to hate you attitude is going to, or the expectation, the hope is that it's going to sort of soften out. And we'll go back to that place where we can indeed agree to disagree, but understanding that the majority rules, and the majority are going to be light-filled choices, okay? I mean, that's just sort of where this needs to go. And listen, I've said this before, and I continue to say it. Oh, look at that. The star cards come up. How lovely. And the world card. Perfect. we have gone, as a civilization, we have gone through this process already. We have already destroyed um, Atlantis. We have already destroyed Lemuria. Okay, we've been through this before. And because everything is circular, right? We once again are being given the opportunity to not blow up the damn world, okay? And one of the ways that we're going to not blow up the world is by holding on to the hope and the promise and the goodness and the love and the light, and bring to a close what has been a very, very difficult chapter, not only for the United States, but by extension for the world. I mean, listen, just hop across the ocean. What do you have going on? You have this massive war between, well, it's not between, it's Russia is flat out attacking the sovereignty of Ukraine. That is also part of, the destruction of democracy in a broader sense. And so where we are moving towards right now is about the hope and the promise. And that hope and that promise does not live in a government building. It lives in the hearts and the minds of the civilization, of the people, and of the choices those people make. But there is every opportunity for this difficult chapter to kind of come to a close so that a new chapter can begin, a chapter full of promise, full of fulfilled wishes, dreams coming true. Okay? It's not about going back in time, but it's definitely about pulling from the past the best that was and bringing that forward. And, the sort of aggression and hate and anger, and just hypocrisy and corruption that is now so prevalent. And listen, it's not like it didn't exist before, but I want to say in some ways it was just less in your face, okay? But let's pull out some of the best of what has been and take that forward, but join it together with the hope and the promise. Because you know what? There is absolutely every expectation that that can be accomplished and that can be achieved. And it's about us. It's about the people. It is about the people communicating. It is about the people doing the right thing. It is about people rising to the occasion. And the timing is interesting, but it strikes me that for those who are disillusioned about democracy, for those who aren't sure if it's going to survive, it's interesting that over the last too many months, but over the last months, we have witnessed the courage, the relentless hope that the people of Ukraine have demonstrated to hold on to their sovereignty, to hold on to their democracy. And so for those who are becoming exhausted and tired and discouraged, look to Ukraine. They are not giving up the fight. And the war they're facing is more deadly and is more dangerous than the Republican Party or the Koch brothers or the Bobitts or the Taylor Greens. or the Mag Gateses. Okay? Hold on to the hope, hold on to the promise, and know that the universe is not giving up on us, but the universe is asking us to sort of step up and continue to do our part, to step up and hold on to the promise, to step up and stand in that light and push away the darkness, push away the frustration, push away the exhaustion and the worry and the fear. So, Rita, and all the rest of you, the answer is no. The universe has not given up on us. But, you know, always remember that when it comes right down to it, it is the choices that we make as individuals. It is the choices that we make collectively that changes the dynamics of the world. You know, there is sort of a habit when things aren't good to look outside of ourselves. Why would God let that happen? Does the universe hate us? Why doesn't the government step in and do something? What is the matter with these corporations? Can't they see right from wrong? When it comes down to it, those situations, people, corporations, they are all impacted by the choices that people make on an individual basis about what they believe and what they are prepared to accept and where they draw the line in the sand. So, I think we're just going to keep marching forward in the light, and we're going to trust that collectively we're going to see through our way through this. And ultimately, we're going to end up in a place where the light's going to win and the sun's going to shine. Hang in there. You know, it's always darkest before the light, before the dawn, I guess is the expression. But know this, evil cannot win when there is an abundance of love and light and hope. Until next time, take care. Be well. We'll see you really soon.